Hey guys, welcome, and to some of you, welcome back. Back in June 2022, this is a couple months ago, Razbam had an update for Mirage 2000, and it really was OP by about 2 degrees per second. I mean, that's a huge advantage. Razbam went back, revamped it, fixed it, and re-released it just recently, just a few days ago. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at the new update. I'm going to look at it from 3 points. And one point is going to be instantaneous turns, the other one is going to be sustained turns, and the last point is going to be acceleration. So let me get into turns. I'll talk about them together, instantaneous and sustained. In this case, I tested the Mirage 2000, the update, and I tested at 15,000 feet. This is the only chart I have, so this is the only one I can compare it to. This time, when I did the instantaneous turns, this is what I got. And this is actually underperforming. So instantaneous turn seems like it's underperforming, but about 2 degrees or so. That can be impactful, especially if you're doing one circle fights with the Mirage 2000. But when I looked at the sustained turns, look at this. This is right on the line. We're talking right on it. So the sustained turns seem to be right on the mark. In Mirage 2000 being a 2-circle fighter, this is right on the line. This is its advantage. So instantaneous turns, you're suffering. Sustained turns, you're right on the money. Now last time I also checked sea level, some stuff, and at about 160, 170 knots, I was literally getting like 16 degrees of turn a second. So going back, I kind of re-looked at that area, and looks like I did about 270 knots, and that's about 16 degrees a second. That sounds about right. At that point, it has enough power to push through. But once I get down to about 210 knots, I get about 14 degrees a second. Same about 200 knots, about 13.8, 14 degrees a second. Once I got down to 180 and 170, I was in the 13 degrees a second range, and that's a lot more accurate. That's where it should be. That, physically speaking, that's where it should be. And then I got it down all the way to 135, 140 knots, and that was giving me about 9 degrees a second, which is actually correct. That's where you are at those speeds, not at 12 like it was before. So looking at this update on the Mirage from the turning point, the sustained turns are right there. I think you may have some issue underperforming this time with instantaneous turns. So now, last thing I want to talk about here is acceleration. Last time I checked it, it was accelerating from 200 to 450 knots in a matter of seconds, tens of seconds. That's a little too fast. This time I'm taking a look at it, and I'm actually trying to show acceleration here. It's me trying to catch up to a MiG-19 here after I had lost my energy. And MiG-19 AI, again, it's a great plane to test against. Beating is not the point. Testing against it is great because it has power, it has speed, and actually it climbs like crazy. So in this case, I was behind him. I was slow because I did a 1 circle and he kept up his speed. So what's happening here is I'm actually trying to keep him just above my canopy. So I save my G's, lower the AOA, and I accelerate, because once I get close to him, the Mirage is going to kill him quick. But if you're pulling those G's, you're not gonna catch him. Once I start catching up to him, I can increase my G's, so I can. That's where the Mirage shines, at those 2-circle fights at that sustained speed. And then it's going to try to do a hard pull. That's an easy cover with the Mirage 2000. And then when he does reverse, which is not recommended, especially if you're a half a mile ahead of the guy, that's an easy kill. So yes. So looking at the acceleration, looks to be a lot more accurate than what it was before. It takes a while for it to accelerate, which seems more accurate, which also reinforces for the Mirage 2000. This is a 2-circle fighter, guys. Keep it fast. Don't try to slow down, because if you slow down and the other guy stays fast, he's going to get you. Anyway, hope you liked this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon.